With profoundly mixed emotions, Dr. Corradera and I pay tribute to our colleague, mentor, and friend. It's our honor to celebrate Dr. Beverly Matiko, but we do so with heavy hearts as this year marks the end of her over 25-year tenure as a beloved professor of English and communications at Andrews University. Since the redesign of the honors program curriculum and to the SAGES package, Dr. Matiko has provided the foundational training in writing and articulacy that prepares our wonderful honors scholars for their college journey and professional life.
One of Dr. Matiko's most distinctive traits is her absolute dedication to the well-chosen word and carefully crafted sentence. Without ever being overbearing grammar police, she urges each of us to think again. Have I used the right word? Is this phrase the truest way to express my ideas, my story, my dreams and aspirations? Who might my words be harming? How can they be more precisely deployed, more lovingly shaped? Thank you for calling us to a deep respect for language and its capacity to both harm and heal.
Mariah McDonald shares this about Dr. Matiko's teaching. Your passion for literature and the craft of writing has inspired me to take interest in books I wouldn't normally like and has made me take pride in refining and improving my own writing so that it is the best that it can be. I've enjoyed every class that I've had with you. You always manage to make us students smile.
A graduate from a few years ago, now in public service, Kirk DeFino, expresses it this way. Your commitment to cultivating your students through kindness and scholarship is truly a blessing, and I am privileged to have learned how to write better and write more authentically with your guidance. You are a true friend and true teacher to your pupils.
And our current honors officer, Gloria O, shares similar gratitude. I much appreciated your encouragement and passion you expressed by helping us bring the best out of our writing. As a person who entered college filled with insecurities and doubts about myself, a professor like you who found the good in me and guided me to better my skills was a great blessing. Adair Kibble, now a law student, affirms it's the enthusiasm she has about your writing when you don't feel enthusiastic about your writing that really means a lot as you're trying to grow as a writer.
Izzy Coe describes finding her calling to English in Dr. Matiko's class. Dr. Matiko sharpened my skills as a writer and communicator, and I consider myself in debt to her kindness and encouragement, as well as the doors she has opened for me in the English world. I am forever grateful for the way she makes intentional connections with her students, and I hope she knows what an incredible impact she has made on the lives of all of us.
And Irina Gajia adds, I remember how at ease I felt after Dr. Matiko officially started our class. The kindness, thoughtfulness, and intellect she offered my classmates and me immediately set me at ease for the semester to come. About her classroom demeanor, Nora Martin, who is a freshman this year, observes she is funny, lively, engaging, and allows her students the freedom to insert their own voices into assignments.
Many students wrote about the importance of discovering their voices and transcribing the self. Jewel Murray puts it this way: with a gentle spirit, a keen eye, and thoughtful encouragement, Dr. Matiko has been a joy to study under. She has impacted my life as a college student and honors scholar. Dr. Matiko's course, Transcribing the Self, allowed me to discover who I was during a pivotal transitional period in my life, entering college.
But more than instruction in writing, Dr. Matiko, you support our core mission in the honors program, to be good humans. You demonstrate in 1,000 small ways how being a good human means practicing acts of kindness every day.
Alexi Decker explains it this way. You were such a reassuring, encouraging presence in the classroom in the English department. I always knew that your classes would facilitate self-reflection and personal growth. You were such a joy to learn from. But although I treasure the classes I took from you, your encouragement outside the classroom meant the most to me. A quick word in the hallway, a thank you note, a compliment, a graduation gift.
Another former student, now in a doctoral program, Andre Dineski, describes Dr. Matiko's character beautifully. There are few teachers in which a love of beauty, love of literature and writing, and a deep love of students combine into one harmonious whole Yet Dr. Matiko is one such teacher. Indeed, these qualities meet so seamlessly within Dr. Matiko that they appear less to be the well-crafted features of her successful career than the organic outpourings of her personality.
Dr. Matiko's former graduate student, Kayla Gonzalez, offers this description. When I think of you, I think of warmth. You exude kindness, graciousness, and optimism, and being around you is like turning one's face to the sunshine on a cold February day, like today.
Exactly. And Alexander Hess says, thank you for living by example, what I believe to be the fundamental tenet of what it means to be an honors student or faculty member, to be a good human. Being a good human means living your life to make the world a better place for those around you. Being a good human is striving for relational and empathetic wealth instead of monetary wealth. Thank you for exemplifying these qualities in your everyday life in and out of the classroom.
As we all know, teaching and learning has not been easy during the pandemic. And one of Dr. Matiko's COVID year students, Elizabeth Dovich, writes, this last year was undeniably tough, and we could not do things the way we had always done them. However, you adapted to the new world we were living in with grace and composure. Although technology did not always work the way we wanted it to, you did not let your frustration show. Instead, you modeled a character of poise and self-control. While I learned how to become a better writer under your tutelage, I also learned how to become a better person.
Commenting on Dr. Matiko's long-lasting care, Ingrid Radulescu, now in law school, says, even after graduating, every time I would come around Andrews, you would make sure to ask me how I was doing. And another graduate, Hannah Gallant, now also a journalism graduate student, puts it perfectly. You are truly a wonderful human, and you embody what it means to be honors quality in action and spirit.
In addition to her work in the classroom, Dr. Matiko has mentored numerous honors thesis projects, served on Honors Council for over 20 years, and evaluated countless honors thesis proposals, posters, and presentations. Her curiosity and genuine delight in learning have made her a supporting and essential member of the Honors Council team and its mission to promote the best in undergraduate research. As a research mentor, Dr. Matiko has established clear criteria for our creative honors thesis projects and has helped her mentees craft a range of exquisite pieces, essays about growing up between cultures, collections of stories that recount family legends, tales of women entering the workforce in the 20th century, and much more. As a Virginia Woolf Scholar, Dr. Matiko has also overseen traditional analytical humanities projects, and her thesis students have gone on to medical school, graduate school, and law school.
Melody Roshman, now a PhD candidate in English literature, writes, thank you for helping me fall in love with the memoir form as a freshman, guiding me through the thesis process as a junior and senior, and continuing to be such a wise and kind friend and mentor as I negotiate questions about religion, art, meaning, and my career.
Rebecca Keller shares, Dr. Matiko was the best thesis advisor I could ask for. She was so knowledgeable and provided me a calming hand of guidance. I enjoyed every meeting we had together. She always had a quippy thing to say to me when we passed in the hallways of Nethery. Thank you, Dr. Matiko, for all your wisdom.
And Teddy Kim, who has also completed research with Dr. Matiko, remarks, Dr. Matiko is, in every sense of the word, a true friend to her students and radiates a deep love to all around her. One need not look far to observe that affection fills up so much of her heart. Trivial things like spurn and spite do not have room to grow. Only tenderness does. I do not say this to embellish her. They are merely the only words I can use after spending 4 years together.
Kira Herrera, who is working on her thesis right now with Dr. Matiko, puts it this way. For the past 5 years, Dr. Matiko has been my leading influence on how to be a better writer. After having her red pen and gentle criticisms touch my work, from essays to fiction to poems, it's hard to imagine having anyone else for a teacher, advisor, and friend, particularly when it comes to the written word. I can only imagine, and I wait eagerly for whatever inspiration awaits her in the future. As Dr. Matiko prompts each student to find their voice, she embodies what it means to integrate faith and learning. She models Christ's tenderness and love for those still finding their way, a generosity for which I will be forever grateful, remembering how she treated me, a lowly sophomore, with just as much respect and interest in her Virginia Woolf seminar as she did her advanced graduate students, even when I did not know that what on the page looked like St. James was actually St. John and caused significant confusion during class discussion. But the woman my son lovingly calls Auntie Bevy and that I am blessed to call friend also makes topics of faith central. I will be forever grateful that details and phrases from Annie Dillard or Anne Lamott live in my mind, elevating my Sabbath hikes or less peaceful moments, more searching moments where I might feel more like a Badventist than Adventist. Dr. Matiko, you do not present a vision of cloistered faith, but rather one that works, strives, struggles, and therefore transforms us as we walk and grow in relationship with our Savior. All of us who have had the privilege of taking your classes will be ever thankful for that intellectual and spiritual gift.
My lasting image of you in Nethery Hall, my dear friend, will be of you at the table in the long hallway of the English suite, perhaps with the crabapple tree in full bloom behind you in the window. You'll be seated next to a student as you listen to him or her read his or her essay. That image sums up your years of dedicated service to our learning family in honors and at Andrews University. You have chosen a life deeply committed to your students, helping them to utilize words as tools for change in the world. As many of you know, Hannah Arendt describes human lived experience as a web or a network of intersecting narratives in which each person's story affects the other, uniquely doing so, affecting the life stories of all those with whom he or she comes into contact. Dr. Matiko, you have made a profound impact on how the members of our learning community craft their personal stories and narratives. It's very difficult to imagine the honors family without you next year. In little and in great ways, you have made a difference. But I think it's the small things I'll miss the most. Who will wash those honors tablecloths after Agape Feast? Who will hail me as I enter the building with a hearty, good doctor? And who will make just the right clever quip for a particularly absurd moment in a committee meeting?
Dr. Matiko is former reader, now a professor at University of Kentucky. Dr. Emily Schwartzleff sent us a fantastic list of the little things she treasures about Dr. Matiko. Your elegant sentences and singularly beautiful handwriting, your excellent, dare I say, pretty cool taste in literature, music, and films, your tenderness for small children and cats, your thoughtfulness in gift giving and note writing, your hospitality, your unparalleled gift for cultivating so many enduring friendships, the space you make in everyday life for the delights of good food, nourishing routines, and just the right amount of quiet time. Your capacity for experiencing the sacred in the things of the world.
Well, friend, how you will be missed, but you've earned this next phase of life, and we wish you all the best. So many current and former students sent well wishes, more than we could ever read out in one sitting. But Kristen Denslow, an English professor at Southwestern Adventist University and another former student of Dr. Matiko's, sent these perfect wishes that truly sum up what many people said. I'm wishing you good tea, good friends, and good books for this next chapter in life. May God bless and keep you, good doctor. Please know that you are loved and cherished and forever valued by the whole honors family in Berrien Springs and around the world. We love you. We wish you all the best.